Hello and welcome to the Mill. I am your host, Dusty Crane, and this week we are talking the April 1st newsletter, right? April Fools rolled around again, and Stonemaier, as you know, if you're watching this, I'm going to assume you know, as of recently, has had a lot of fun with April Fools. You know, they started to create real products that were kind of jokey, but still real products. So it's not like this thing that you see, oh, hey, check this thing out, and then it's not real, and you kind of get disappointed if it's something you thought was cool and also possible. I mean, there's some stuff that's just not, right? Not like April 1st and some travel companies inventing teleporters, right? But in any case, we got a new Stonemaier product, and it sold out like that. So this year, the April 1st product was an entire line of Stonemaier disc golf discs. Now, I'm not a disc golfer, but the the stupid level of loyalty or like for Stonemaier that I have, I was like, I gotta buy them, you know? So I ended up picking up 4 discs and basically did it blind too, because I don't know what you need. After the fact, Jamie actually did a live stream too, but after the fact, Jamie goes, you really only need one. And I saw in the comments someone saying of that chat, well, if you only need, this is the one to get if you're new. You only need 1 disc to start. Well, my dumb self started with 4, but I think I did all right for myself, not knowing and also not paying attention to the fact that there were distances and terminology on the discs that I didn't understand. But I ended up getting the scythe disc, the viticulture disc, the Charterstone disc, and the tapestry disc. And I think I have a range of, I know Megan's Charterstone disc is a putter. Jamie's scythe one is an approach or something. I don't know. I already forgot. I don't know why I'm even going into it. In any case, there was a whole bunch of ones named after different games. Like there's viticulture, there's pendulum, there's tapestry, there was wingspan, there was a whole bunch of them. And the company that Jamie partnered with, or Stonemaier partnered with, was a brand that is rather well known in disc golf. So that is something that's exciting. And I thought, all right, maybe this will finally be the thing that gets me out and to try this thing. And then I remember how many times people talk about losing their discs. And I'm now all of a sudden I'm like, am I a dummy? Like, I can't play with these. I might lose them. Now I might have to go figure out which one, if you only need one of, and go pick that up at a store, so I don't end up throwing my scythe or my tapestry into a lake or something. I don't know. So that was the April Fool's product. And oh, by the way, I mentioned that they sold out really quick. That has to do with the fact that Jamie and Stonemaier in general had no idea how these were going to sell. Who's actually going to be interested in a Stonemaier branded disc, especially when the disc is a well-known brand and it's not different from those. It says like you can buy them, on Amazon or in stores or wherever you can get these type of discs. So if it's only the brand and the shape, it doesn't matter that it has Stonemaier stamped on it. But if you are like me, going, oh, I really wanted a wingspan disc, or I really wanted a scythe disc. If that's what you're looking for, go to the Stonemaier shop and put your email in the in-stock notifications. As far as I know, Jamie has actually already started another order based on those. The company that he worked with, he was talking about like how limited, in the live stream, he was talking about how limited the orders were. And I think he said like they were only allowed 50. Now I'm sure that's 50 per disc type, but you can imagine with the volume that Stonemaier does with some of their other products, even though I guess you really can't even use that as like a gauge for how interested people are going to be in disc golf discs. But there's the suckers like me that if you just press Stonemaier on the disc somewhere, or the product, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna take a close look at that. But it is what it is. I'm looking forward to getting those discs. I'm looking forward to giving disc golf a shot. I actually started to look into it, and I'm over my head. But it's cool. It's cool. I need an outside something else to do. Let's talk about the progress chart, shall we? I'm not going to talk about anything that didn't, change since last month. So Wingspan Expansion 3 has gone green, and pre-production and components are in progress. Super excited. That one does have a Q4 2022 release on the progress sheet, which Jamie's mentioned a couple times. He thinks it's around October. Now, Jamie, I'm talking directly to you. October is my birthday month. So when you send along Wingspan, if you happen to put it in a nesting box, that would be cool. If not, expect me to be giving away a copy of that expansion, whatever that is, and me picking up the nesting box with the expansion inside. So I guess that I just told Jamie don't bother doing that, since I'll just end up buying it. So it is what it is. Hive, the codename Hive, the art has begun, and so has the solo design. Codename Crow has begun development and blind playtesting, and codename Lost has begun art. Now, there were, even though the timeline is very loose, we get quarters and years on the device, on the products that are closer to being done. Wingspan slid from quarter 3 to quarter 4. Not necessarily surprising. However, codename Draw was originally on the Q4 2023, the 2022 estimate the last month. It said quarter 4 2022. It did slide into quarter 1 2023, and I think those delays are to be expected, not only with the global supply chain being what it is, but also with some closures again due to COVID in China. And I don't know if Panda themselves were necessarily affected, but on second thought, I'm thinking maybe I did actually hear that. So I think that's to be expected, but also based on where it's at on the timeline, I think it looks like it's not necessarily a production thing so much as they're still working on it to make it awesome. And yeah, like I said, if I didn't mention it, the status just hasn't been updated. Nothing fell off. Nothing was added this month. One last note that I have is for you Wingspan Digital Edition fans like myself. Monster Couch has announced that they're aiming to have the European expansion DLC up and available in May. So next month, being able to add those either 60 or 80, some even number like that, new birds to your Wingspan game. A lot of people felt that European expansion was a very good upgrade to the base game. So there's a lot of people looking forward to that. A lot of people, including myself. And so, yeah, I guess that's it for me this week. I do want to know in the comments, if you don't mind, if you picked up any of those Stonemaier discs, or if you plan on waitlisting them, and what are you looking to pick up and why? Is it like me? I saw Scythe, I saw Jamie, I'm a fan, I went ahead and signed up for those, or we're in for those. I saw Megan and Megan's Charterstone disc, and honestly, I think in the various games online that I've played with Megan, I don't think I've even come close. Not once that I can remember. So if I could have a little bit of her luck rub off on me, I think that looks pretty good. We're, like again, I'm just curious if you picked up any, if you're wanting to, what your reasonings are. Maybe you actually know what the measurements and what those numbers on the disc mean. Is one of those better than the other, particularly if you were to have to go to the store and maybe get your own rock. There you go. I remembered one of those disc names. Get yourself one of those discs so that you don't throw it off into the woods. Let me know. And yeah, that progress chart looking good. Was the Are you bummed out by the fact that draw has slipped into 2023, or are you like, hey, it's all good? I'm getting some viticulture expansion next month or next couple weeks. We'll be hearing about that. Yeah, April 13th. Yep, April 13th. Jamie's going to start talking about that. So we'll be getting another newsletter in our inboxes then. Yeah, all right. I'm not going to make this too much longer than it needs to be. So again, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and each other.